Hello, this is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. And Starlight is out here in the middle of nowhere, and I already made a video, but I decided to actually redo it and shorten it up a little bit because it was kind of super long. And so anyway, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and don't mind me. I had a winter sweater on and it got really hot up here, and I'm not complaining, but I had to cool down a little bit. So yeah, I'm in my bra again. But anyway, I'm out here by myself. Here we go. If you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. And for those of you that have been watching Starlight, thank you for watching my videos or even subscribing to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. So today, beep, it's beautiful out, and you know, the leaves are at the peak in this area here. I'm out at Woodstock on this hiking trail, and I just want to make this very important video, and this has happened to Starlight many times in her life, is have you ever had anybody try to sell your soul, like, or to take it, you know, like to maybe make an offer to you, like a job offer, and it's like selling your soul? Is, you know, like I believe a lot of people go through this, especially women, but it doesn't just happen to women. Beep. It happens to, whoops, sorry, men too. Is you know, in the society, beep, some people, they love when you're struggling, and you know, they love when things are not going quite the way you would like them to go. So a lot of times in life we are either tested, you know, God never tempts us to do anything wrong, but God will test us. And on the other hand is sometimes we might be tempted, somebody might try to tempt us to do something that you might not even want to do, something that goes against what you would ever want to do, you know. So I get you know, like I get offers sometimes throughout my life, many times in my life actually, but recently I've had a couple offers, you know, of men that I do know one way or another, and you know, where they know that I need to make some money, and then they might give me a job offer, you know, like, hey, you know, Starlight, you know, I'll give you $200 if you spend, like, you know, maybe not even a half hour with me, you know, in bed, you know, like doing something. Now, like I said, this doesn't just happen to women. This actually happens to men out there too. So you really got to be careful. Like I said in the other video that I deleted, is, you know, as far as jobs go, you don't want to take the first thing that comes along, because if it's not everything that you're desiring as far as a job goes, you know, the universe could have another job on its way. So you got to be patient, and that goes with jobs, a car to buy. You know, sometimes you're out there looking for a new car or a used car or whatever, you know, and then you got to figure out what kind of car, you know, like how much space do you need in a car? What is it that you're, you know, like you really need? You know, like a lot of people are looking for cars with good miles, you know, something that's not a gas hog and something that has space, you know, depending on what you want to use that car for, you know, or a pickup truck, you know, for work or whatever. So same thing goes with not just cars, but apartments or houses to go out and to rent or buy. And like I said in the other video, is also when it comes to relationships, you know, there's times that the universe might put somebody in their path and you might like them, you know, but, you know, they're not everything that you are seeking or desiring as far as a relationship goes. And sometimes what happens is that people get lonely and they get desperate, and they don't wait long enough. They're not patient enough. And even though they know it's not everything that they want, but sometimes people get lonely and they just take things because, like a relationship, they might just take that guy or girl. And, you know, sometimes people are lonely. They don't like sleeping on their bed alone, you know, or they might be missing out on having intimacy or sex with somebody. And, you know, a lot of times they will actually take a job offer or a car or get into a relationship knowing that it's not everything they wanted. You know, I just heard a guy the other day say that, you know, like he didn't marry his wife because he loved her. You know, he married her for a different reason. But of course that marriage didn't last. You know, they did get divorced, you know, and that's why you want to really make sure, like as far as relationship goes, why are you even getting involved? You know, I'm going to actually turn around because I've been out here for a while. So, you know, you could be tested a lot of times with like either a place to live, a car, a job. You know, somebody might offer you a job, and long time ago, Starlight went for a job. I made a lot of money in a matter of like 20 minutes, and I didn't do anything to anybody. But you know what? I didn't feel good about myself later on, what I did. Even though I didn't touch anybody, I didn't do anything to anybody. It just that I didn't feel good later on. So it's so important not to sell your soul out there. You know, people they'll try to tempt you and see. They'll say, you don't have a job, you need money. They love those opportunities, you know, and you got to keep yourself safe. When you know people that are like that, they are totally 100% disrespecting you as a person, as a human being. They don't care one bit at all about you. It's all about their fleshly needs and desires that they have at that moment, you know. And so you want to be strong in those areas, especially when you need money. You know, you might need money for food, or you might need money for your car, you know, or your kids, you know, or gas money. Or, you know, some people might want to get alcohol or drugs, you know, so you could get tempted to do something going against what you normally would do, because, you know, somebody out there is trying to tempt you to do something, and it's really taking your soul away from you. And, you know, like I was mentioning in the other video, is at first, you know, it might not feel like a bad deal, you know, hey, $200 I can get for like my 20 minutes, maybe, if that. Might not even be that, you know, but how are you going to feel the next day after, you know, like you decided to take that $200 and, you know, sell yourself to somebody? And once you do that once, they're going to want to do that again with you. It won't be the first time they make an offer like that, you know. So you got to be strong in those areas in life, and know who you are. That's why it's so important. And in life, you know, we could always have some person out there trying to tempt us to do something, but you got to really know who you are. And sometimes people they make a mistake, or they do choose something like that, and it's a regret, you know. Especially, well, it could be even guys or women, is if you sell your soul over to somebody, you know, for a little short period of time, for what you think, hey, that $200 will pay for this bill or that bill or this, you know, is it going to be worth it in the end? How are you going to feel the next day? Are you going to feel great about yourself, or can it put you in a depression, And there's some people out there, they might even want to harm themselves because they allowed somebody to do such a thing to them, and then they feel bad, they feel guilty, and it brings them down to a low level. So you gotta really know what you want in life, what you desire in life. And I just got believe me, in the last month I did get a couple of job offers, and I get so upset when that happens, is when people want to have me sell my soul over to them for a few minutes. But it's a big eye-opener for me. It really shows what kind of people they are. So, and I did get an offer about a job online, for something else. But you know what? The guy was being dishonest with me on the phone. That's a huge red flag. If you're trying to get with a guy or a girl, or, maybe buy a car or house, and if you catch the person lying to you that is trying to sell you something, back out of it, because there's something fishy going on. I just had a job offer the other day, a nighttime job, and they never put the price, how much they were going to pay me for an hour for the job. And once I found out how much, I got 20 years of experience. I'm not going to take a job that like a person that doesn't have any experience and take the same pay that they would get. So you really got to know what you're worth when it comes to jobs or even relationships. So really think twice. Don't really jump in the first thing that you see when it comes to a job, a car, a house, or a relationship, or anything out there, unless you're 100% say, yes, everything that I put on my list for this thing, whether it's a place to live or a car, or a relationship or a job, you're like, it's everything that I desire. Okay, then take that. But if it's not, if it's like 50% of you is happy and the other 50% is miserable, then don't do it. Believe me, because the guy that was trying to offer me a job, he was offering me a job that really, like, if somebody was new with that kind of work, yeah, that would have been good money to start somebody off new. But I've got 20 plus years of experience in that field, and listen to what their words are. He tried to lie to me. He didn't just try to lie to me. He lied to me and said that, I'm actually paying people more than any other people out there online is going to pay you for that job. And he was lying to me because I already been job searching online for the same kind of job, where there was people offering more for an hour, but the time of the job wasn't right for Starlight. So I didn't take those jobs, because they put like, oh, you can make up to this amount of money, up to this amount of money. And with my experience, I deserve a good high pay and I do a great job. I do show up for work. I know what I'm made out of. And it goes the same thing with relationships. If there's a red flag, or if that person's being dishonest and you catch them lying about who they are, that they're trying to sell you a lemon. You don't want to go for a lemon relationship. It's not going to work. It's especially like in Starlight's situation, she desires to get married. I'm not going to give myself away. And I really am looking for commitment in my life. So here you got a chick that, a Starlight chick that doesn't have anything to do with one night stands or friends with benefits, wants to only desiring to get married first, then, get intimate with a man. There's no way I'm going to take $200 for, you know, like to lay with a man for like maybe, if even that, 20 minutes, you know. So, you know, like there's that song, she works hard for her money, do 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 do, so hard for you, honey. So Starlight's a hard worker. I'm not gonna sell my soul for a lousy $200, you know. So you can't buy me, you know. I am not for sale, you know. I have no problem with going out and working my butt off to make a good income. But you got to really think twice about those kind of people out there. And because some of them, they will try to see if they can get you drunk, see if they can get you to drink wine. And Starlight's a naughty girl at times. Sometimes Starlight will put herself in a position, make a man think he's going to get his way with her. But I'm very strong in that area. I've done some really messed up stuff to men because of this topic. You know, where I blew their mind away later on. They'll never forget me. Starlight is a little twisted in a good way, though. You know, I desire a man to respect me. You know, there's no respect if somebody's trying to sell your soul. They see that you're in a tight spot, and they're not thinking or caring about you one bit at all. So you could get tempted out there, but you got to be strong. You got to really know what it is, you know, or tested. You really got to know who you are, what you're, you know. I have rules that I have set for me, you know, rules of not to do this or rules to do that, things that I will accept, things that I won't accept. You know, there's times I've tried some things in the past, and it was a lesson for me. I don't want to repeat the same lesson over again. You know, I want to learn from my lessons, you know, and because Starlight has tried stuff long time ago where, you know, I didn't do anything and it was quick money, but I didn't feel good about myself later, you know. So don't sell your soul out there to anybody is the reason for this video being made. And like I said, it doesn't just happen to girls. It happens to men, because there's men out there that try to sell, you know, like try to buy men's souls, you know, try to get them to go to bed with them for a little bit of time, you know, and they might give them drugs or alcohol or, you know, whatever they desire to exchange for sex, and depending on what they really desire, you know. And they're really clever and they're really sneaky and sly. You know, sometimes people, they will start off with a little simple thing and hoping that you'll do more later on. So right up front, you definitely don't want to, you don't want to agree to any of that stuff with them, you know. So you got to be smart, and because they could use that stuff, that information against you later on. And I've known people did that before. A guy did that before a long time ago, where he really was into young boys that were running away and that they had hard troubles at home. And it seems like that he would always find these young men. And it's really a shame, you know, because I actually knew this person. And that he would actually get young boys or men he would act like they're helping him out. He's helping him out by letting them stay at his house. And, you know, if they smoked cigarettes, he would buy them cigarettes. If they, you know, whatever they were into, he would go out and buy those things for that person, you know, building up to the point of really, you know, trying to have their way with them, you know. And this is a true story. This guy actually ended up getting caught. He actually raped a man in this whole thing, and it did go into the papers, you know, that the whole town knew what this man did, you know. So you don't want to end up in that situation in life where, you know, things might not go the right way. And it is embarrassing. It's very hard if something like that happens to you, where you do report it to the police officers. And not only it makes a mess of their life, but it can make a mess in your life. So you just don't want to put yourself in those situations. And be strong, like, because there's people out there looking for people like you that are struggling in life. So you just don't want to fall for their little tricks that they have. And it's really about knowing who you are. That's why it's so important to spend time with yourself and get to know what you like and what you absolutely are against, and don't let people change your mind. Some people will. They'll say, oh, you did that long time ago and you didn't like it because, you weren't with me. If you were with me, then you would have liked it. Don't fall for that kind of stuff. They're going to say anything and everything that they could possibly say to you to try to get their way with you. But you got to be strong enough to, not let those people affect you that way. And stand up for yourself. You'll feel better in the long run, and you'll be so much greater later on knowing that you did the right thing. And just don't sell your soul to anyone. It is not worth it. That $200 could make it could really throw your life backwards. And these days people might even try to blackmail you with stuff. So you got to really watch out there. They got such small little cameras these days that it wouldn't take much for them to video you doing something, and they could hold that over your head and say, I want you to do more, and if you don't, then I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna put this out on the internet or whatever. So you got to be smart. Beep. Whew. So yeah, don't sell yourself short to people. Do not sell your body or your soul to anyone out there. There's a lot of Hollywood stars out there that has done that. They have done some horrible, horrible stuff, like those Hollywood stars. And there's some of them that has gone into psych hospitals because of the things that they have done to become the stars that they are, and that stuff goes in the papers, where everybody judges them and, they don't know the whole story. So you don't want to sell your soul, to anyone, whether you are a guy or a girl. Be patient. The universe will reward you because you did not let that person, do those things with you, or you did not give yourself over, like what could be even 10 minutes, 10 minutes of your time could ruin your rest of your life. Whoops, sorry, I got an itch. So yeah, I do love you, and really don't settle for anything less. Make sure you get exactly what you desire, and be patient. That's really a lot of this is about being patient. You don't have to take the first job that you find out there. Don't be afraid. Let love guide you, not fear. Be patient for that right job and opportunity. Because that's what God does a lot of times to us, is God will test us, see if you're going to take that job, and or that relationship or that car. And don't be desperate. Somebody I know recently was looking for a car, and they heard that it was not a good car, and they've been waiting, they've been saving money up for a car, a used car, and they almost got desperate to say, I'm just going to do it. Even though I was told that it's not a good car, that they have problems, I'm just going to, but this person actually listened to the person that was telling them it's a no good deal for a car, for the price. And they actually decided to do the right thing, and they backed out of it. And they said, you know what, I really wanted that job. I mean, not that job, but I really wanted that car. But really, I've saved, it took me a long time to save this money, and there's so many tricks with cars or even relationships that people can do, make it look all good, and, even take lights off that's on a car, So you got, people are really clever and sneaky, just like trying to sell you a used car, and there could have been a check engine light. They could have cleared that light off, and you're looking at the car, you're like, huh, hey, look at that. The miles are good. You know, the shape is good. The inside looks really nice. You know, the motor looks good. The tires, you know, maybe they need some, you know, maybe it needs new tires or something, but you don't see any lights on inside, like a check engine light, and you're like, you might fall for it, you know, and you might end up getting a lemon of a car. So that's why you gotta be patient with whatever it is that you desire out there in this world. You know, just to don't take the first thing that comes along. So anyway, woo, is this muddy? Woo, I gotta find a spot to stand here. Sorry. Is I do love all of you, and it is sometimes it's really challenging when I make videos because I do want to be real with you. And you know, I really throughout my whole life, there's times that I might have done something, you know, at one point, like really not anything really too bad, but you know, I realized it was not for me. You know, like I tried things in the past, and I discovered that that's not who I am. You know, so listen to yourself. Don't change your mind and thinking, well, maybe this time it will be different. It's not going to be different. If you already tried it before, it's not going to be different. You know, it's just going to be another lesson that you got to, you know, you don't want to repeat the same lesson all over again. So, you know, like I drove past a place the other day and I'm like, hey, Starlight, look at, you know, you could go back and try that job again. I'm like, you know, I think that was the quickest job. I walked in and out, you know. Yeah, I made really good money without doing anything. But, you know, I'm good. I am so good. You know, like I'd rather, you know, suffer a little bit longer, you know, and wait for the right job to come along. So, you know, be patient with whatever it is, whether it's a job, a relationship, a car, or a home, or whatever it is, you know, that good deal that you're waiting for. Don't, you know, like don't jump for the first thing, you know, unless it's everything that you're searching for. So anyway, I don't want to repeat myself over and over again because it feels like I did, because I did already make this video before, is that I really just want you to be wise in what you do and what you decide to do or what you're not going to do. And, you know, respect yourself enough that you're going to make the right choice in life. And don't sell your soul, you know. So anyway, I got to get in a spot here. So anyway, I do love all of you. I hope you get a lot of help from this video, and, you know, make the right decision. Be patient, you know, trust that the universe has got, you know, that someone or that car or that job or that, you know, like that home, you know, trust that the universe is going to supply those things that you desire. And God does. God wants to give you those heart's desires, but you got to be patient. So be patient. It's coming. You know, it is here. You just got to believe it's here, and let the universe do a work in you that, you know, to show you that the universe does want to bless you with these things. So that you just got to be patient and trust, and it's coming. So anyway, I do love you. This is Starlight. Love and light. Peace.